Sir Alfred Joseph Hitchcock KBE, the 13th of August 1899 to the 29th of April 1980, was an English film director and producer. He is one of the most influential and extensively studied filmmakers in the history of cinema. Known as the Master of Suspense, he directed over 50 feature films in a career spanning 6 decades, becoming as well known as any of his actors thanks to his many interviews, his cameo roles in most of his films, and his hosting and producing of the television anthology Alfred Hitchcock Presents 1955-1965. His films garnered a total of 46 Oscar nominations and 6 wins. Born in Leytonstone, Essex, Hitchcock entered the film industry in 1919 as a title card designer after training as a technical clerk and copywriter for a telegraph cable company. He made his directorial debut with the British-German silent film The Pleasure Garden, 1925. His first successful film, The Lodger, a story of the London fog, 1927, helped to shape the thriller genre, while his 1929 film, Blackmail, was the first British talkie. Two of his 1930s thrillers, The 39 Steps, 1935, and The Lady Vanishes, 1938, are ranked among the greatest British films of the 20th century. By 1939, Hitchcock was a filmmaker of international importance, and film producer David O. Selznick persuaded him to move to Hollywood. A string of successful films followed, including Rebecca, 1940, Foreign Correspondent, 1940, Suspicion, 1941, Shadow of a Doubt, 1943, and Notorious, 1946. Rebecca won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Although Hitchcock himself was only nominated as Best Director, he was also nominated for Lifeboat, 1944, and Spellbound, 1945, although he never won the Best Director Academy Award. The Hitchcockian style includes the use of camera movement to mimic a person's gaze, thereby turning viewers into voyeurs, and framing shots to maximize anxiety and fear. The film critic Robin Wood wrote that the meaning of a Hitchcock film is there in the method, in the progression from shot to shot. A Hitchcock film is an organism, with the whole implied in every detail and every detail related to the whole. After a brief lull of commercial success in the late 1940s, Hitchcock returned to form with Strangers on a Train, 1951, and Dial M for Murder, 1954. By 1960, Hitchcock had directed 4 films often ranked among the greatest of all time: Rear Window, 1954, Vertigo, 1958, North by Northwest, 1959, and Psycho, 1960, the first and last of these garnering him Best Director nominations. In 2012, Vertigo replaced Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, 1941, as the British Film Institute's greatest film ever made based on its worldwide poll of hundreds of film critics. By 2018, 8 of his films had been selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry, including his personal favorite, Shadow of